probably been there for a while. Just have a seat and I'll be right with you.
Thank you.
Who are the playroom here? Yeah, that's it.
Is that cute? Oh my God. Can you imagine being that little?
Yeah.
Able to sit in that. That's
That you probably don't want to sit on.
No, I said, but can you
I mean, the
imagine being
couch.
that little?
Oh, yeah.
That somebody could sit on
There's
that?
been all kinds of
Too many kids on that one.
Too
people,
many
kids,
kids
and
here.
yes.
Kids that shouldn't be here.
This is, you guys have changed this. A good friend of mine is Shane Reed, and I used to be in here. I was often working with him and stuff.
I've known Shane for, geez, over 20 years now.
Yeah. So you met him when you were
He should,
one, is
he
that
should
it?
retire. Oh, I wish.
Yeah.
I wish.
No, he's
going
not
to be
gonna retire.
57 here pretty quick, so.
Yeah.
Yeah, those days are gone.
Yeah. He's a good trooper.
All that junk everywhere.
Let's see here.
Stuff I don't want and stuff I do want.
Let's see. Now, my basic understanding is that Lois was your treasurer.
That's correct.
And she's an accountant. Yeah.
And your account's at Summit Bank.
It was. They
And that
closed it. They closed it because they ran it out of money.
September 14th, I think. What's
We
the
opened
date on
it in
here?
July.
But she took out, the account was open, but she didn't take out the card until
Yes.
Till
September, is that
that's
correct?
correct.
Yeah, without our
correct.
knowledge or
Okay.
permission. We
Right.
didn't, had
And
no
I'm
idea.
assuming your bylaws or whatever state that it requires so many members of the board.
Yeah, I'm trying to think
do
how that
whatever.
does
I
that.
mean,
But I mean, yeah, you gotta have
most
some,
companies have that kind of
yeah,
protection.
you gotta have some
don't
kind of
they?
an authorization to do
Right,
things like that.
exactly. And I'm assuming there was none,
No.
none done at all?
No.
Okay.
No, none of us even knew about it. That's why I kept going to the bank and they'd show me a copy of the checks, and there was one check that we did not like because it was a $556 check that
That
was
was
not
the November
authorized.
23rd check?
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
to
I remember here.
a gun store.
Yeah.
10 on, yeah, check 1017?
Yeah.
1123?
And that was and then there's a $100 check we weren't certain about. But every time I'd go to the bank, they would just give me a copy of the checks.
Okay, well, I'm
And
gonna
then finally they
I'm gonna
gave
subpoena
me-
them and give me, they're gonna give me everything.
Finally, then
Yeah,
they gave
good,
me
good.
all the debits, and I go like, you gotta be kidding me,
Yeah.
buying gas and,
Well, that's,
and getting
yeah.
your car fixed and
Because I
buying
wanna find out
food.
exactly where all these checks went and
Yeah.
to who and everything else.
Yeah, because I can't even file a tax return because she won't give us back the checkbook and stuff, and I'm on the hook for that. I think as president,
I would think so.
and I don't even know how I'm gonna file a tax return.
Yeah. Yeah.
Let me put this
Yeah.
on
Okay,
ignore here.
okay. If you need to take something, do.
No, no, I'm good. I have nothing else
Okay.
planned.
Okay. But you guys have emergencies that you don't get to
Oh,
control.
if it's that bad, they'll come get me,
Yeah,
trust
they
me.
come and get you. That's right. That's right.
Yeah. No, we did that yesterday. I already called
Oh,
them, so
yes.
we had our deal
Had your
already.
emergency yesterday.
Yeah, they're both in jail now, so.
Oh, good.
Let's see.
Good. I wish
Card in
we don't have
September.
jails big enough to put them all
So
in.
basically, I want every from the account. You said it was July, right? Okay.
Uh-huh, yes.
Right.
And you should have, just, we don't have the checks and stuff, and I had to
Oh,
pay
no, they'll
for,
give me copies of
yeah,
all
I
the
had to
checks.
pay for
Right,
that,
right,
it's,
right.
what I did buy, they still charged me for it,
That's one of the
you know.
advantages the government has. They say, give me, and they have to give,
They gotta
give
give
it to me.
Luckily-
And they, actually, Summit Bank's really good. I know
Yeah.
2 or 3 of the people there, so
Okay.
it's good.
And
Yeah, that's no problem.
When we went to originally open the account, I caught them, it was just her name on it. And I said, no,
Yeah,
no,
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 no.
that
Yeah,
won't
there's always
work. We-
co-signers.
Yeah, I
Right.
said, we have to have 2 signatures, and it was either her or me, and she had the checkbook, and she had everything. But
Right.
originally, they tried to do it just in her name, and I stopped it.
Right.
And then the bank had to
Well,
fill
the
out
bank
all
only
the
requires
forms.
one, but most businesses, organizations require sometimes even 3.
Yeah.
Yes, particularly
Or
over a certain
combination
amount
of-
or something, right?
Right.
Yeah, and so I
you
made
want
the
the
bank
signature
change all the
cards?
paperwork
Right.
and put me on, otherwise I wouldn't have any records.
And some checks,
Oh, you got a picture of her.
deposit. Oh, yeah. I always
Oh,
like to know who
my
I'm dealing
goodness.
with.
Is that a driver's license?
Yes. Yeah, it's an old one. 02.
Oh, wow. In Arizona, they can be real old.
Yeah.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense.
Well, that's-
to me.
40 years.
I cannot explain
Yeah.
Arizona Motor Vehicle Department. Absolutely
It's
cannot.
probably to save
It's-
money, isn't it?
I don't No, I mean, you think over a period, well, look at your license now. I mean, if you get it now as a kid, it's good till you're like 65.
Yeah, that's what I said, it's
You
4
think there's gonna
years.
be some physical changes during that time,
Yeah.
possibly?
One might think so,
You
yeah.
would hope not, but.
And if you went to
Like,
another
you know, like
state,
hair going
We have a
away.
couple of gray hairs, don't we?
or no hair, but and when you go to another state, they got to go like what?
Yeah.
You know, if you got
Yeah.
a 20-year-old driver's license when you're 20 years old, now you're 40 something. I would think
Yeah, it
other
would look
states would
different.
have a fit about that.
Or just have a mandatory, come in every 4 years for a new photo
Yeah,
type
Yeah.
deal. If you
Yeah.
wanna leave the actual license itself valid for that long, fine, but some
Yeah.
sort of stipulation.
Exactly.
and an eye test.
Yeah.
I would think would be required.
Well, actually, I've been there, and I've actually seen them help people through the eye test, and you just wanna go,
Yeah, yeah.
Help them through, like, no, that's a
like,
P,
no,
not a
that's- yeah,
Q.
you know, give them like 4 tries, it's like, and you wanna say, lady, if he can't see it, he can't see it, that's not good.
Yeah.
It should be
Well,
like that.
our whole culture isn't dealing with reality. I mean, you know.
Oh heck no.
It's, you know,
Reality, perception is reality.
yeah.
That's what I've discovered. Okay, so basically anything on the card at all.
We don't,
Right.
we never
Completely is
knew
never
anything
authorized,
about,
right.
we did
Never
not,
even knew the
we
card was
never,
taken out.
we didn't even know there was a card.
Yeah.
So, I about fell over when I went in and got that, I mean, like, I
Yeah.
couldn't believe it.
Okay, now was there
And it's
anything
big
else,
amounts.
any,
Yes,
Unauthorized
here's the
checks
other thing that's,
specifically?
that
Oh,
I think
sorry.
is a big issue on this, and it has to do with the whole issue of I guess I'll call it fraud. And that is that, on the website, there's a PayPal account.
yes, I saw that.
Yeah, how
And-
much money has come into that we
And
don't
how many
have a clue about?
donations.
You
See,
see
we
what I'm
don't-
saying? So
Oh,
they could have
okay.
received all kinds of
Well, it
money.
looks like quite a bit, because you guys jumped from like $81 to like $1,500.
Yeah, but we have
Yes.
events where we got donations and we sold T-shirts and different things, so sometime, like one time we had an
Didn't I
event, and we
see
got
that? I saw that and I
$2,800.
thought, what is that? Okay, so that's,
Yeah.
oh, here it is.
And there's only one PayPal edition in that entire banks, that whole group of bank statements
Yeah.
that I can find. Now, I don't know.
There was a couple early on, and then they
Nothing,
just disappeared.
nothing. So, we don't know where that money went.
Yeah.
Or how much it is, and donations also.
Well, and one of those issues on that kind of thing is that could they have gone in and changed the PayPal account to another
Anything,
account
to
which we're
anything
not
they
aware
want.
of?
To anything they want.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Oh,
So
yes.
somehow we need to know what came in from that PayPal link on the website and where did it go? Because it may be a whole separate account
Yeah.
that we're not even aware of.
Because
at
maybe
this
they just
stage.
moved the money from this account to another one, and, I can't imagine somebody doing this.
Well,
No, I can't. This is a charity. She's an accountant. I mean, how can you be
Oh, she-
an accountant? She works for a lawyer and she handles trust funds.
Yeah.
Oh, where does she work?
She works for,
Good-
Goodwin.
Good-
Mark Goodwin
Mark
on
Hammond?
Plaza. No, Goodwin.
Goodman?
Goodman.
Goodman,
On
okay.
Goodman.
It's over.
He's on Plaza.
Yeah, it's over on Plaza. I
Plaza
think.
Oh,
Street.
yes, okay.
Yeah.
West
One
Plaza.
575 or something, Plaza.
Yeah.
Something like that.
I
We can
kn- I
get
know
you the
which one it
address.
is, okay.
And,
Well,
and she does, I think she handles trust accounts. If she's stealing from us, how do we know she's
Well,
not?
I had a gentleman stealing from the St. Vincent de Paul,
Oh my gosh, yeah.
so,
Yeah.
yeah, it's
It's-
whatever
yeah.
you need,
Well,
need.
you know, and it's interesting.
You
know-
don't need it.
Well, it depends. His particular need was gambling addiction.
Yeah.
You don't need it
Yeah.
though. It's not your money.
Right.
No, that,
You
I'm not defending or saying it makes it right. What I'm saying is that's his explanation.
But you know, it's interesting, given, hindsight's great, and we hadn't really thought about it. I mean, somebody said he can do the computer stuff, and, we just didn't vet him. And it's interesting, you made a comment one time, I said early on, he said, this could be a real gold mine.
Oh, he said, yeah, we're
And
gonna
of
have
course she-
people just pushing money on us.
See, and so
Who
I'm
said
thinking-
that, Mike?
Michael,
Yeah.
and he said we're gonna have credibility because Jennifer's a lawyer, I'm in real estate, we've got a pastor. He said we've got credibility.
Yeah.
Well, I didn't realize he was using us for his credibility.
Yeah.
And he's still on the website and he's still asking for donations. He's done 2 things you don't know about. This is his note up on the website that we're alive and well despite the rumors, and that's posted when, the 26th or something. And then he went to the Arizona Commission, and he's got a filling out for an LLC in PrescottTeaParty.org LLC.
Okay.
See, why they let this happen, to me,
And we can't
it's
stop
clearly
it.
fraud, because we have Prescott Tea Party LLC, then
And
he
bec-
did .org
And because he's put
LLC.
.org in there,
You know.
and then he's representing himself as the president of the Tea Party, which I am, and he got into my email, and people send me an email, and he answers my emails.
Yeah, so it's way beyond, you know, embezzlement, you know.
And we're very afraid of what he's going to do. He's kind of off the wall, you know. And if you look him up, he's got prior stuff we didn't realize.
Yeah, there's
He's got a drug and
thing.
1 or 2 domestic violence in Arizona, and then if you go back further, he was a big protester for the like abortion.
Operation
right?
Rescue, yeah.
Yeah, and I guess he's been arrested all over the country. But he's still continuing to want to defraud.
Well, and
really,
the fact that she would do that, I mean, you know, I mean, I
She
don't,
could be just doing what she's being told to do.
well, I think
that's
he's,
yeah.
That's
I
entirely
think,
possible.
yeah.
So
I
that's-
think, but the
Can I-
point
can I
is,
keep these, or
yes,
do you want-
no, you can have them,
Okay.
but the point
I have to make
is
copies
she
if
is
you
on the line for it, because she's the treasurer,
Yeah,
and
she-
she's
Well,
the
actually,
one who
no,
took
she
the
is,
car out.
she is the instrument being used. I mean, they're
Okay.
both,
right,
Culpable.
they're both co-conspirators, so,
Okay.
I mean,
Right.
it doesn't matter to me who actually took the money. If they're both involved, then they're both involved.
exactly.
And we
yeah.
sent them a letter, and we said that we want all of our things returned to us, and told him to cease and desist, and
Let me guess,
that
no
was served
response?
to her. No, not a word, and they didn't return one thing.
They probably won't.
No, and
No.
here's a list of what they had, and that's our sales value when we sell those things, because we sold hats and
Okay, so
t-shirts at
that's,
$15, and so that's what they have. And then this is bank and, you know, key to the post office box, those things we would like back to, corporate records, PayPal, all of those things also.
Okay, would those be at the house?
His
I
house,
assume so, yes.
yes, they're at their house.
And
I
is this
gave
that one
them,
that's at
it's-
Grandview Road,
yes.
Paulden deal?
and I gave him all the things. I was moving, and he had a big, huge, he just moved there, and he has a big, huge garage, and he took all the stuff, you know, from me while I was moving, so I didn't have to move it. And then we have a place in town now to put it, at an office building, but we have nothing to, you know, he hurts us for the future. And now, you know,
Okay,
he's,
what's the checkbook look like? It's obviously Summit Bank, but
yeah, Summit Bank, I don't know, I've never
Okay.
seen it.
same with the stamp.
Yeah, they got a bank stand.
P.O. Box key, do you
Mhm.
have what's the box number?
Prescott, it's on his website, 10854 maybe or something.
Oh, it's on the website.
It's,
yeah,
it's
that's
on
right,
the
yeah.
Prescott Tea Party, and that's what concerns us the most, I think, is trying to shut down the website, because
Yeah.
he's going to,
Okay, sign
Impugn
this
us
in
all.
Summit Bank. Subpoena PayPal.
do you need another group of the checks? Are you fine? Because I've got multiples, do you need any
okay,
more?
sure, geez, no, I'll get one, I can write all over them.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, absolutely.
Bank statements, I got. Okay,
I,
now we have another website that I wanna.
I don't have the post office box. It's 108, and it's 86304. It's at the post office over on Miller Valley Road,
Oh, okay.
and I don't know the last two numbers. And is there address there? Is there? And you can probably pull that up. That's all I could get into. But first, I worried because he's been representing himself as, you know, president of the
As
Tea Party,
president.
like to the Republican Party and to different candidates. And then I told Jennifer, "You think he's gone in on our LLC and changed himself to president?" And that's when she found this.
You just,
And he just filed that on
Added
the
a little bit.
26th. So you can see what his intent is. And that was after our letter to
Yeah.
him saying he'd been removed from
Well,
the
I'm just
board.
amazing that the ACC lets that happen, because it's clearly some kind of a fraud. When somebody goes in and just changes one item, you know, it'd be like, you know, me going in and saying, "Hi,
Pepsi-Cola.
I'm PrescottPoliceDepartment.org."
Yeah.
You know,
well,
that would obviously be a little
yeah,
different.
but
you
we're
know.
not a private entity.
No, I
So,
understand. You know, but
and
you know what I'm
and
saying.
But
sure-
you're saying
I'm sure
you're
if you went through all the
Coca-Cola.
records, you'd find some that are relatively close in
Yeah.
name, except for a few, so.
Yeah.
And they probably get so many, it's like, yeah, okay.
Right.
You know, especially in advent of the
This
internet
is
deal.
one, if you wanna go ahead and keep that,
Oh.
where he's purporting himself to be president of the Tea Party, and you can keep that as well, down at the bottom paragraph. He's
Yep.
quoted as.
Yep.
Come on in.
Well, there's
Are we
your-
locked?
You guys started without me.
Oh, heck yeah.
Alright.
Good to see you.
I think it was
Go
good
ahead,
you
Jennifer.
had an escort.
Go ahead,
here.
Jennifer,
You
we'll
didn't get it under trouble.
We
There's your
had,
chair. We saved your chair.
I've been in this room more than once, actually.
Yes, you have. Yes, you have.
Yeah.
But I figured you all didn't wanna cram in the little ones, so.
No, this
That's-
is
yes.
nice.
Yes. I was tempted to sit there.
And I wonder not to.
reminisce. It's been a long time.
A lot of little kids sitting all over there.
So how are you?
Good. Busy. Busy. Okay, 6 large storage containers. What do they look like? What are they?
They're
Specific
about
colors
that
or?
tall. They're clear with blue wheels that you stack them, you know, and then we put all the t-shirts in there.
Yeah.
Rubbermaid kind of activity.
Rubber
Yeah.
band type?
Yeah.
Okay.
So what
Well,
have
you
I
know how
missed?
search warrants, when you do search warrant, it has to be particular, so.
But then they're clear Rubbermaid or
Yep.
Sterilite
That-
with
That's fine.
blue
Yes,
wheels
with, and blue
Blue
handles on the
Handles.
side to
Yeah.
open them up, and they open from both sides, and
handles.
they've got all of our t-shirts in them,
Yep, and
which,
hats and
which now
everything
do
else.
us
Yeah,
know,
what color are the hats? Are they just?
they're
all
red and
one color?
blue.
Red and blue?
Red and blue. I didn't know how many of each. I knew on the t-shirts. And the problem is now if we can't get his website away from him, all these things are no good to us because they're PrescottTeaParty.org.
But they still belong to us.
I know,
Yeah.
but
So
you
we'll
know,
get them back and,
Yeah.
and
Well,
Do
actually, you
something
won't get it
different.
back till this is all over.
we don't need them.
But he won't have them either.
Yes.
we'll get
That's
them
the
out
only-
of his custody and
Yes.
control.
Because he's
that we can
selling
do.
them and
That we
offering
do,
to
in
give
addition
them
to all of
away.
these. Okay, so I wanna subpoena Summit Bank and PayPal for sure.
Yeah.
Right.
Corporate records, what other corporate?
We're a
would be-
LLC and we're a 501c3.
1c3.
We don't, they have all of the actual official filings of that, meaning we can't file income taxes along with the fact that we
Okay.
don't know what it was that they
Well,
took
that I can
in.
pretty much just say all corporate records.
Yeah,
you know,
that's
just
why I
kinda do
left
a
it that
generic-
way,
yeah, that's-
Because I'm very concerned about taxes, because I'm on the hook as president. I'm the one
Yeah, you
who,
are.
you know.
But
I
what
don't-
you're gonna notice real quickly is that Michael knows how to play the system. I mean, he's been in and out of the system from prison on down, so.
Well, good, then he won't be the only one, will he, Jennifer?
And I didn't sign that one, that's just a copy of, well, and we served that to her Wednesday a week ago, we had it served.
And I do have receipt of service at
Okay,
my office if you need it.
this is good enough. They're not responding to anything, it doesn't seem like.
No.
No,
No.
well, they are, he's filed for an
Well,
LLC.
that's not a response.
He's-
No,
They're
yeah.
not responding to
No,
us.
Not
but
yet.
they're
They're not
responding to the
responding to
pressure
you.
we're putting on them, you know?
Okay.
I'm shocked he did anything, cause he hasn't, I haven't looked for a
Well,
couple days, but he
I'm
hasn't really changed the website, other than he's still got the donate, and at the bottom he says send contributions to us,
Yeah.
and,
I'm surprised, Mark, when she was served at the office, why he hasn't called her in and said, what's going on here?
Well, he might shortly,
Yeah,
cause I'll
You
have to
know,
go
Mark?
talk to him.
absolutely. I mean, I would be very concerned of that situation.
and we worry about, you know, she's president of the Seroptimus group, is she stealing money from them? You know, I don't know, you know, cause we've
Well,
got.
it depends, she may not have the opportunity to steal from them. She
Yeah,
pretty much
cause
had the
maybe
opportunity
we
here,
trusted her a
that's-
little bit too
It's,
much.
well, I don't have to tell Jennifer, it's always somebody you trust,
Yeah.
otherwise it wouldn't happen.
Precisely.
Cause there'd be too many checks and balances and,
Well, I'm just happy I put my name, forced the bank into putting my name on that account,
Well,
otherwise
that's
we'd
what I'm saying,
have
that's-
nothing.
banks don't require
No.
but one signature for anything.
Yes.
But like I say, just about every company I've ever contacted had 2, sometimes 3,
Yeah.
or a combination of
Yeah.
any one of these 4.
Right.
You know, has to be at least 2.
Yeah, at
But-
least 2, right.
But that's not the bank policy, so they don't care.
They don't care, no, that's right.
As long as it's
I'm
one of those
happy
names,
at
they're
least
happy.
cause I made the bank redo all the paperwork, you know, cause the account was already set up, and I said, no,
That
no,
would be
no.
August. Okay, and they haven't
And he
given you
took
all the
over-
checks or anything,
Yeah,
right?
it, huh,
It's- Like I said, other than that one check, that was the only one that you had earmarked,
yes,
Correct.
that you
but,
know of right
but
now?
we don't know,
Yeah.
yeah, we've
That's
never
'cause you
seen
haven't
the
looked at the
others.
checks.
No, we've never
Okay.
seen the others.
I can fix that.
And
I'll
at a
get copies of
meeting,
those to you.
he kinda stepped up, the last time we kinda physically had contact with him, we had a meeting in town, and Hank, we asked him not to do something, and then he went ahead and printed something we didn't want him to do, and we called him on it, and he got in Hank's face, like right up in his face, and said,
Told them,
get back off, old man, and he was, you know, physically
Aggressive.
threatening with that.
You're not exactly young.
No.
Yeah. You're 2 years younger than me, so can't be that
Can I
old.
just say you're aging phenomenally?
Thank you. Yes, you can.
And
I was
I'm
gonna say that again.
That's right, yeah. How about again?
That's because I never grew up. I don't intend to grow up.
No,
No.
there's no sense doing that.
Okay, well, what we'll do is, then as soon as I can get this stuff back from the bank, I'll give whoever can come, whoever's,
Right,
because I like you to look through the checks,
okay.
because you'll be able to point out a lot more quickly than I will, which ones,
Belong and
what is that,
Right.
that doesn't belong, who is this?
Right.
And then we can start stockpiling that
Okay.
stuff.
And the worst part though is the ATM, the debit or the credit card, whatever
Yeah.
she was using, that's the,
Right,
that's
no,
the
well,
bad
not
stuff.
really, because they're pretty much, it looks like New Frontiers,
That's all cash,
Fries,
that's
well, that's
all
okay.
card.
But every time you use those things, guess
It's
what
another
happens?
charge.
Well, it's a specific charge, but your photo's being taken and there's video. So for her
You're
to say,
kidding me?
oh no, Big Brother's
So-
everywhere. You don't know that? I can say that because I'm Big Brother. but-
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, every store,
Who?
every ATM,
Well,
every
what looks
ATM
at
you
you,
use,
the
every ATM you use, they're taking a picture of you while you're doing it.
But now New Frontiers,
Don't
are they
pick your
taking a
nose.
picture?
I don't know about New Frontiers. I haven't
Okay.
checked with them to know if they're
Seriously?
video. I know Fry's does.
So then we'll know
I
if
know
it
the
was
banks
him.
do.
We'll know if
Oh.
it's him taking the money,
Right.
Oh, yeah,
or her.
Staples does.
okay,
Pasquale's place probably not. Circle K for sure.
right,
Safeway's for sure.
wow,
Post office, yeah, I would think. Tech for
interesting.
less.
I don't know what that
It's
is.
online.
And then he got, I think, a
Yeah,
couple of
it is, yeah.
websites on us, he did Big GoDaddy or
Well,
Big.
that's okay, because all of those things, they all have IP addresses. An IP address basically positively identifies which computer it came from.
Okay,
So-
well, and see,
Wow,
when you,
this is
that's-
too cool.
well, and see, when you
Told you
talk to
it's
Mark, it may
good.
be interesting, cause that may put the pressure on him, cause he doesn't work because of convictions is what I.
He doesn't have, and he
Use your
does.
money.
That's
Yeah,
right.
yeah,
That's
I
right.
would,
Well,
could quit if I
But
could
I
have
mean,
about
even before
$4,500
that,
and-
she's the
Why
only
had
one
somebody
working.
sending me
And-
money over the internet?
Yeah.
And he has no driver's license, which is really bizarre
Yeah.
to us.
Well,
There are lots
Lots
of
of-
reasons.
yeah,
why
yeah,
people
lots
don't
of people
have driver's
don't.
license.
but there's a
More
number
than-
in here I know for sure that have, and that'll probably be the
That's
first,
interesting,
well,
I didn't know
geez, so November. I don't know how long they keep them. The ATMs though are no sweat, cause they keep those for a long time.
Yeah,
They actually have those on file on Microfiche. But like the Fry's store,
Yeah, I
New
think it's
Frontiers, I don't know.
30-day rollover typically.
Yeah, depends on what their turnover, some of them have the short circuit where you're looking at like 7 days and then basically they use the same tape again to
yeah.
have
For
it.
same
So,
money.
Oh, okay, okay,
you know, and I can understand that, that's,
yeah,
but that one
I didn't
hurts.
know
But
they
I guess
were
at the
doing that.
ATMs
I'll
doesn't matter
smile
if
next time.
if there's cash withdrawals, yeah, there's the machine itself
Takes your
actually
photo.
takes the photo.
okay.
And
so-
don't ever pick
so
your nose at
don't-
the casino.
I was just gonna say
Well, the
that.
casinos watch you
The
everywhere.
casino.
They probably watch you in the
Yeah, but you know
bathroom.
that.
In the parking lot.
Oh,
They can focus in. I had one defendant when I was prosecuting. They went into his car and he was smoking meth in his car in the dark, and they got all the way into his car and you
Okay.
could see him do
Well,
it.
they actually have surveillance teams that sit and operate that cell
I need that. Oh, don't worry, I
24/7.
don't need it. No, it's my
Go
phone. I
ahead.
don't need it. I don't need
Okay.
it. It's fine.
They operate 24/7. Yeah, like the grocery stores and all aren't gonna do that. They'll show certain, like Walmart will show certain sections of the parking lot. And if you get lucky, it all happens where it's good. But inside, most of them, they'll have, half a dozen different type cameras. But the ATMs are great because not only is it a photo, but it's a face photo. I
And
mean,
if you're being robbed, would they maybe
Yes,
get the
they do.
Oh, yes,
robber's
we use-
picture?
sure, that's.
well, a
what
lot
we
of
do.
times, well,
That'd be cool.
the problem we have with
Get
some of the
robbed.
stores is it appears they're more concerned about their employees than the other
Oh.
people, because you look at the angles on the camera and go,
And they're watching
why
the
can't
cash
you just
register.
do that?
Yeah, because
And-
they're watching this.
Yeah, they're
Yeah.
watching the
Cash
till
drawer.
and those kind of
Because
things,
they're
so,
smarter than we were,
Yeah,
so,
unfortunately.
well, actually,
Well, I trust
it
everyone.
costs almost nothing to put those little pinhole cameras, I mean, you could put them right up next to the cards, whatever,
Yeah.
and then you get a full facial,
Huh.
so, but they don't ask us, so.
Yeah.
But in this case, it looks like there's a number of them that were used just at ATM, so that's for sure. Walmart, again, that's back, I don't know, I'll call Linda, I don't know how far back they keep. Walmart keeps quite a few. JB's, don't think so.
Not like-
Yeah, and there's a few
restaurants.
of the, Pro Imaging.
yeah.
Mike's Mini Market, Mike does have Liberty Kia.
Yeah, she got her car
they got
fixed.
service.
We fixed her
It
car.
would be interesting because
So you
they're
guys
gonna
don't have like a
to
company car?
Yeah.
Well, we could have, but our money's gone.
That's it.
We could have gotten a Ford Fiat or a Pinto, but
Used.
Do they
Quite
still,
used.
yeah, I was gonna say, they still make
Very
Pintos?
used.
Quite
for
used.
$4,800
Okay, well, see,
for a
that's,
car.
again, that portion, that's documentation,
Good,
which means signatures.
yeah.
So, yeah, there's a lot of ways of putting this together.
I feel like it's like
So
we
it's-
passed the collection box and they were taking money out of it. I felt very
No, Miss Patton, I think
violated.
what you feel is violated.
And we're a little humiliated because we are a trust of people give us donations
Well,
because we're
And
working
you
for
think
you.
they feel stupid? You can just look at me and
Well, no,
shake
no,
your head.
Yeah, but what do we become if we start distrusting every single person we come in contact with?
Yeah.
Then
No,
I
that's
don't,
true.
you know, I don't wanna be a part of a society like
No.
that.
Yeah,
You know,
Thank you, I feel.
No,
a
really, I
little
mean,
bit
just,
better.
no, really, I mean,
yeah.
kick yourself all you want to if this had happened once before and you turn around and
Did
do
it
it
again.
again.
Yeah,
Not a
then
chance.
that's,
Okay, and that's kind of the way they treat us, you know, you're gonna screw up, I mean, it's a given, you're going to. But not the same way twice.
yeah.
As long as you're doing that, then you're still learning,
I always
progressing.
felt like we were
And
fine.
you can't embezzle unless you're trusted.
Right.
Well,
It's
she's
impossible.
an accountant. Why would an accountant? That's your
She
career.
Knows how
That's
to
your
work.
job future.
Well.
That's your credibility.
But his point's a good one, is that she's not.
I mean, it's
she's
like
being-
her being a.
she's
She may
being
not be the
directed.
driving
No,
driving
she's being
force in
directed.
this.
Oh,
And
but
I really
she's still
don't think
doing
she
it.
is.
But
Well.
she's still allowing. She's culpable because she's
Yeah.
allowing
Oh,
it.
Well,
sure.
she's not allowing, she facilitated the whole thing. She's
Yeah.
the one that went and got the card because she's the only one that could.
She's the only one.
She's the one that can really only access the information, at least in the beginning, so.
Yeah.
And they cleaned our bank account down to the penny.
Yeah, I saw that.
So
It's
she,
like-
she that's her
it's- yep,
accounting
it's gone.
skills.
Sure.
Yeah, they closed it when it went to zero.
Well, I'm sure once this comes to some sort of fruition, maybe a letter to the, what is it, it's got a name like that, the
Oh,
governing
the accounting
for
board or
accountants.
whatever it
Might
is, yeah.
Might not be something that,
Well, it depends on what charges you end up with. If she ends up with anything that's felonious in nature, she's gonna lose any kind of.
well, you're looking at, well, I could tell you, you're looking
I
at
know.
gazillion different theft
But
charges.
You
Right.
know what the county attorney's gonna do is look
What?
at it and decide.
Depends on who you talk to.
Give it to Bill Hughes, would you?
No,
Please.
actually,
somebody better.
I was thinking more like Dana or Jared.
It doesn't really matter who you give it to, tell him to call
Well,
me.
it doesn't matter, cause Bill oversee anyway.
Bill's gonna get it. Bill overcharges, by the way.
Well, but the thing is though, if we can document all this either with video, ATMs, and the ATMs look like they're pretty much all right at Summit.
Yes,
Yeah.
they were
So
all
I
right
can
at the
subpoena
bank.
the ATM photos right in.
Well, if you can hurry and get those before they
Yeah.
destroy those pictures, that'd be wonderful.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well, I'll give a call,
Good.
let's see.
and there's
I'm gonna be out of
nothing.
town for a week, so I'll give a call, I'll start this afternoon to call Monday around to the ones like Fry's and stuff. I'm afraid though, being November and stuff like that, most of those kind of videos are probably gone. The ATMs won't be,
Yeah.
but the others will be.
Well, we didn't
Okay.
know she had a card, so Mona goes and gets the checks and
Well, not that,
And
but
it's
then
all
Summit
fine.
Bank gives you a runaround and won't give you
Right.
the records for your.
And finally, the girl who was helping
Didn't you
me
tell me
had
you're
an
on the
appendix.
signature card?
Yes,
Yeah.
had an appendix removed,
It-
and some other little girl that her name is Toy I've never seen before. She gave me everything, and I'm going like, you.
Oh my
and I
God.
said,
Can you
when did
explain
she
to me
get
why
an
the bank
ATM
wouldn't give
card?
them to Mona if Mona's on the signature card? How
there's
could-
no reason, but I didn't realize.
We didn't ask for anything but the checks.
We didn't ask for anything but the checks because
there
we
was no
didn't.
card.
We didn't
You
know.
didn't know
She
there
had
was
a
anything
card.
else, right?
Yeah.
No, I mean, as far as the delay in actually getting the records and stuff, they should have presented them to her right
Including
away.
the ATM, but they didn't. They only gave me the checks.
And
And
we
the
didn't
bank
think there was
statement.
anything else to ask for.
Right.
So
okay.
we're dumb and stupid. And then this little
No.
girl who normally helps me, Kirsten, she had her appendix taken out. So
Dumb and
she
stupid,
was
Miss Patton,
gone.
is knowing and not using that knowledge.
Mm.
Ignorance is a different,
Here's some more
Matter.
stuff for you.
Yes.
Yeah.
yeah, but
so that's a different matter, so don't,
do,
I'll let Jennifer
do
explain
you
that to
have any suggestions what we can do about our website to get it shut down? Because he can do tremendous damage with
Yeah.
that, because he's continued to use
That's
it as
more of a lawyer
fraud.
question, almost, I think, kind of, I
It's a
don't
civil
know.
thing. Tell them it's a civil thing. You have to file a
Yeah.
civil complaint, which we've already been
That's a
through.
lawyer question, I'm just a
Yeah.
lowly cop, so I don't.
We don't have the
But I
money
don't
to
know if
pursue
there
a
has, I would
lawyer.
figure there has to be some sort of engine that you could use to do that, I mean, obviously there's competing parties out there with pretty much the same websites almost, so.
We would have to get an injunction and file a civil action, and we know that, you guys.
Yeah.
He didn't steal the website. He created the website.
For
he
us.
owns the website. Now, did he
Well,
do
he
it
owns
as
the .org one, did he piggyback off you and use most of that and do most of the unknowing public out there assume it's all one part of
Yeah.
the same thing?
Yes.
Probably, and
And-
that's what he's counting on,
That's
that's
what he's
sure.
counting on.
And what can we say? Can we go to the next meeting and hand out the bank statement and not say because it's the truth?
It's, no, it's not a lie, I mean, it's,
But wait, we don't know what we can say, and people go like, now, why are you
Well,
now the
well, see,
Gavel
that's-
High Tea Party? Well,
That's the nice
we're
thing
like
about
a
these
gag
kind of
order.
cases as opposed to the other one we did. I mean, this stuff doesn't go away. You know, we may have lost some of the videos, but all this is documented.
Yeah.
So even if they decide like, uh-oh, they're hot on our trail, and they decide to go up and leave, that's what warrants are for. So that's not an issue either.
By the way, they're talking about adopting those 2 little girls, the foster family.
I know, they live right
So do you
next to
see
me.
them?
I see them I hear them quite often, yes.
So they're doing well.
Amberly is quite vocal,
Always has been,
yes. So,
except for
no,
when we
it's,
needed her to be. But oh
well,
well. at
that's
least-
okay, he's,
So they're doing well.
yeah, they don't look anything like what we saw.
Good.
They're like completely different.
Well,
I'm
you-
sorry, we
No,
regress.
that's okay, no, that's right. When you send them a subpoena for the records, do you also try and subpoena all the materials?
As far as,
As all
Our
the
things.
sales, hats, shirts, all that kind of
Checkbook.
stuff?
I
as
will
well?
get everything that was in your account, period. They will send me checks.
Oh, no, we
No,
mean
no, no.
our personal
I mean,
things,
like
our
the
Okay,
physical.
hold on. There's a
Physical
search
material.
warrant, there's a subpoena. A search warrant is for him to gather
That'll be
evidence.
for the house.
Right,
Which would be the hats, the shirts, the corporate.
Okay,
That
so
would
that'll be
probably
a
be the
search
house,
warrant.
I'm assuming that's
Yes,
where.
that's
Right.
where they
those
all
things
are.
think.
would be.
right, unless he's moved them, you know, so, yeah, okay.
We'll have to work on that, see
Yeah.
if we can't figure out
So
what that,
that-
but that
the
would be
search
the
warrant,
natural
they can
person.
get
Okay.
But
anything
yeah, the
listed in
subpoena
it.
is gonna be they'll give me all
Records,
that, that's no
right.
problem, that's easy.
Subpoenas go to third parties.
Right,
That's the
To
easy,
gather information.
that's the easy part.
so the tricky part.
Search
would be
warrants
the-
are a little harder, cause the judge has to look at it and say, yes, I agree with you.
Okay.
That you can go do that.
That's, yep, okay, looks like this did happen, and yep, it looks like you need that, and yep, it looks like it's there.
And yes, there's
Okay.
probable cause. Go for it,
Yes.
officer.
Okay,
Bring me the return.
Do you think we're in pretty good shape though?
I think,
with
yeah, I think you have an
everything we
excellent
have?
case. I don't know about the search warrant part, cause, well, you do them and sometimes you come up dry and you don't get what you want.
sure,
but
no, I understand.
Everything was put in a
Sometimes
garage.
you find other
Yeah.
things that you didn't think you're gonna find, like
Uh-huh.
Mr. Nash.
Yes.
Well, and who
Which
knows
was a
what you might
bonus, 'cause
find,
that's the only
That's
reason he
what
what
we
you
might
might find
get
in
him on.
Michael's place, you know, who knows, I don't know what you might find there either.
And I
Okay. But that's way out in the county.
do
so
know
we'll
they
look
have
for those
guns.
guys.
he is not supposed to have
This is
one.
Arizona, Miss Patton, everybody has
Yes,
a gun.
but he's not supposed to have them because I think he's got domestic violence charge
Well,
against him.
if he's a prohibited
Prohibited
possessor,
possessor,
that's
that's another
just,
charge.
that's just a cherry.
Yeah.
That's
just
called the bonus party. Maybe.
That's just a
icing
cherry.
on the cake.
Yeah.
And
Okay.
he's, we think now bipolar, so he can go off, you know.
They deal with people worse than Michael every day. of the
Okay,
week, but
I want everybody to be
Be
safe though,
When
just.
we go, I won't be going by myself.
Okay, cause he
I'll have all
worries
these
me.
guys with me, actually I have county with me and probably some deputies since we're gonna be out in the county.
Yeah.
Okay.
So what I'll
Just
do
be
is maybe have
careful.
a couple county detectives.
And,
go too.
his landlord are my good friends if you need, to get their permission. I guess you don't need permission to go on. He's
Not with the warrant,
gated.
But,
He's gated, but if you need the gate code or anything, real
Okay,
good.
that
I
might-
got his,
that would
I
facilitate.
got him a
make it
place
easy,
to
'cause
live, aren't I
We're really not
stupid?
into
So now-
damaging property if we don't
no,
have to.
and now I'm
so-
worried that my friends are gonna get done in by him because I got him a place to live.
my friends rented to Roderick. Yeah.
Mhm.
He goes,
Really?
he seemed like a nice little grandpa with his, 12-year-old son. This is the kid that was 23 and
And
trying to get
acting
into
as a-
school. Yeah.
acting like a.
Yeah, it
like
could
a
be worse. This isn't
14-year-old.
so bad.
Well, but
Wow.
I got him there. I got him in there
Okay.
because I said, this is a
Yeah.
nice
Miss
guy.
Patton,
and you-
are you through kicking yourself now? Are we,
No.
we done with it? Okay. Cause just from my impartial standpoint, that's counterproductive. It's done, it's gone.
Now you're gonna make me cry. We all feel so stupid.
Why?
Because all we were
Well,
trying
we
to
have
do
s-
is.
because the point is we have a trust and we
Do you want some
violated it.
just in case? Because she's
No,
making me cry.
you trusted somebody.
Yeah.
I mean, okay, let me tell you some stories so you don't feel so stupid. The doctors in this town.
Yeah.
Okay? Most of them have their personal private businesses.
Yeah.
Okay, but they're doctors, and obviously that's the cool important part.
Mm.
So what do they do with their businesses? They hand the keys to a person. Handle that. You know,
Yeah.
Handle that.
Yeah.
And then they go do their doctor stuff.
Yeah, they don't
Well-
have time to do both.
Guess who rapes and pillages?
Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah, the office helper,
I have-
the accountant, or the.
I've done 2 already. I have another one just
Yeah.
about ready to go,
Yeah.
and it's exactly the same scenario.
Mhm.
Okay, they feel stupid as well, but you can understand where that comes from.
Yeah, it's like business managers where they rape and pillage
It happens. The only-
athletes and
The only thing you
movie
can do
stars.
to prevent that is make sure, and in this situation, it sounded like you tried to, but you have to have checks and balances.
Yeah.
I mean, you
Well, we
have
will
to.
now. We'll do
Nobody,
a
no
bank
one
statement
person,
every month.
like they used to have office managers
Yeah.
that pretty much took care of everything, well, they're finding that stuff was disappearing. Well, yeah, no kidding. Cause when you have the one person that can handle all the cash, that can take care of all the records, makes all the deposits, they can make it look any way they want to. The thrift store guy, that's exactly what he was doing.
Well,
Here is
and
two
so-
other circumstances.
Yes.
The justice court, how much money, did you hear about that?
Oh,
80
no.
grand?
Gone from the court?
They kept
Oh.
stealing all the cash payments and people weren't getting their tickets taken care of. And
Yeah.
so warrants were going out for their
For
arrest.
his arrest
This went
and
on
they
for
already paid
years.
for
She went to jail and
Oh, my
actually
goodness.
prison, and she is the sister of a really good friend of mine, so yeah, I know that from firsthand.
Yeah.
It happens everywhere.
Sure, yeah.
It happens
Lawyers,
everywhere.
it happens, when I first went out on my own, Judge Kiger took me aside and said, you make sure
You watch your
that you watch the money. Your
Yeah.
trust account, nobody has access to but you.
Yeah.
Because lawyers have gotten
Well,
screwed.
and,
And now here I am. getting
Everybody
screwed.
happens, I mean,
Yeah.
it happens, like I said, if you're back here in another, well, you'd have to hurry, cause I've only got a couple more years I'm gonna work, so. If you come back within the next year with something similar,
Shoot me.
then yeah, you and I
Shoot
can
me.
maybe
Lock
talk
me
about
up.
this, but I mean, this kind of stuff happens. Let's put it this way, you're going home from here.
Yeah.
Okay, if you knew ahead of time that you're gonna be in a crash down here at Montezuma
I'd
and
stay.
Goodwin, would you go that way?
No, I'd stay here.
Why? Why
Because,
wouldn't you go that way?
you know,
Cause you'd have that knowledge.
Yeah.
You never saw this coming.
Yeah.
Okay, how could you see it coming?
No.
Okay, like you said, not only that, but you figured, okay, who's handling the money? An accountant. Who handles money? An accountant.
Yeah.
Okay,
she's got a license. It's like I'm in real estate. You think I'm
Exactly.
gonna
exactly.
go out
So-
and get caught for fraud or I'll lose my license
So.
if I do
it's like Hank
something.
said, it's 20/20 hindsight, so.
Oh,
But
Yeah.
you don't have that advantage ahead of time.
No.
So how can you sit there and say that, oh, I'm so stupid?
But-
Yeah, you feel
but
stupid,
wh-
you're
but why-
embarrassed because it happened, but I mean,
I can't even understand why they did this then. I would not put my future on the line for $4,500 or $10,000 or
But that's
something.
his personality.
it's patent. People sell their souls for all kinds of prices.
Oh,
You know, I don't know what to tell you. And I'm sure everybody has a price, I just haven't found mine yet, thank God, so.
No,
It would be an awful
well,
lot.
there is
It
no
would have-
price.
would have to be.
That's your
It would have to.
I mean,
integrity.
look what you're giving up. So
Your
it would
integrity
have to be.
forever.
It would, yeah, it would have to be. But not everybody
No, have those
thinks that way.
consciences.
There, and Jennifer could tell you, there is a percentage, a growing percentage of the population that doesn't, geez, how is it, think like us.
Yeah, probably
They don't look at
conscious.
things like we do.
Mm.
They, no, they really don't. And you talk to
Sociopaths.
these people and interview them, it's like you're from some alien planet. It's like they don't even,
I
you
said,
know, they don't
"We're-"
get it.
Yeah.
You know, it's
I don't
it's
think
like,
I
okay, I
can
work
do
there
your
so I
job,
can
I
take
don't
what I
think.
want because I'm entitled.
And
Where
they
do you
didn't
get
give
that
me
from?
a
You know,
bonus,
kind of
so I'm
thing.
gonna take the bonus out of his, that.
I've got a case I'm working just like that. He was taking goods from the store for the same,
Yeah.
well, I earned it. Well, no, if you're the owner, you can do that, but other than that, that's why you get a paycheck.
It's interesting, I do a lot of work in prison, and it's interesting the guys who think, you know, why am I here? You know, I mean,
I didn't
just
do
did this.
anything wrong.
Yeah, I mean, you know,
The
it's kind of
PTA
like,
lady,
you know,
I was gonna pay it back.
yeah.
I was gonna pay it right back.
It was just
Okay,
a,
so it was a-
Yeah, how many years
It was
ago
an
was this?
unauthorized loan. What is that? That's theft.
Unauthorized loan?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Oh, people
She
are
took
nuts.
$6,000 from the Abijah PTA. And we're going to trial on that. She confessed to 5
Good.
different people. I have it on tape.
Good.
I have all the
who's your
documents.
prosecutor?
Who does have that one? Eric English.
He is a great guy.
Oh, I haven't met him yet.
Love
Just talked to
him
him on the
to
phone
death.
a few times. So,
Well,
so he says, yeah, he says, we're going, and not only that, but you know what? I'd charge her with something where if she does that, she's going to prison.
Mhm.
Good.
It's a mandatory sentence.
Good.
So the judge will have no, so, well,
Good.
okay.
Good.
So
I know.
it's okay to feel stupid for a while,
And then,
but now we got work
Get
to
over
do.
it.
and now we've got a McCain, a Kyle event, and somebody in our group was pushing us to really push hard for donations, and Jennifer's going like,
No, we're not.
No,
We're
we're
not
not.
asking for that money till we get this worked out.
Well,
No,
see, and
nothing.
I don't understand the website portion of that's something you could probably help with. I mean, can
What's
you
up?
change your website?
Well, we
Have
got
a
it. We got,
different one,
No,
and
this,
that's kinda like starting over. But
Here's
with that,
We've
Here's what
already got a
happened.
website up and running. He started this, basically he
as
asked
a
Mona.
volunteer.
As a volunteer, and
Oh.
he's been taking donations on his website. But what his contention is that now he is still Prescott Tea Party, and that's why he filed that
.org.
.org,
Yeah.
and that he's authorized to take the money.
And then
He's
he's
under a
now the
misconception.
president, and now he's the president.
Well, I'm
of
sure
the-
that's what his argument will be, misconception.
Sure.
Yes, but unfortunately for us, if we file a lawsuit, first of all, we have no money to fund it. Second of all, I can't do it for free because it's a conflict of interest because I'm sitting on the board.
You can't have anything to do with it at all. I mean, other than maybe an advisory
And,
capacity.
yeah, lawyer's witness does not play well. And so,
I'll remember that when I'm on the stand.
yeah, lawyer's witness, not a good idea. So I don't know what we're gonna do, but, you know, nothing is gonna be fast and you know, it doesn't
Well,
work
that's what I say, these
fast.
things
And
don't
he
work fast, so
technically
that's-
does not own the intellectual property. PrescottTeaParty.org is intellectual property of Prescott Tea Party LLC. But
it?
to get there, we have to get a court order saying so. And if we
Stop
do that,
protesting.
Is
it's
there somebody
gonna
that
be,
does that, or might do that kind of pro bono type stuff as far as,
yeah, do we
you know,
really
somebody
wanna?
with like, oh, well, I'm thinking, because you know how long that process is. And the longer you wait to start it, the longer it goes, period. I know.
How much are we gonna get out of it, and is there some way we can do it without having to go through that ugliness as well as this ugliness has been kind of our consideration?
We
I
just,
don't know, because there are two different kinds of ugliness. I don't know.
well, because we don't know what he's gonna do. I
Although-
mean,
although-
once you guys go out and talk to him, he may, you know.
Although, in 26 years, I have yet to go to court on a fraud case. It's all here.
Meaning,
It's all here. They can say what they want to. They can do what they
Oh,
want to. It's
okay.
all right here.
Oh, okay.
They-
Just
They've
like
already
in here.
done, this is behind,
Okay, if you
after
do
the
it,
fact.
then okay, explain this. Or is that not you in that photo?
Yeah.
Were you authorized to? No. And it's obvious you won't, because you guys would all testified. You know exactly what all the ground rules are for the company. I've just never gone to court on one, because they go, ooh, okay.
you got me.
That's
And
why I like doing these, because when
And
I
then what, they
interview them, I don't care
confess, and then
they
they
say.
confess to it?
Sometimes yes, sometimes they
But
won't
you
say
s-
anything.
you still
And
have
the
to
last-
take them
next
to
thing I know
court,
is they're
though.
getting 6 years in prison, so I don't
They
know.
go through the plea process and they do allocute and admit
But, so
that
you
they are
don't go in
guilty.
front of a judge?
We don't go through a trial process.
Okay,
I've gone through evidentiary hearings with them for them to see if they could get rid of some of the stuff that was holding the knife to their throat, but you know, it's paper. I mean, it's a paper trail. You
Yes.
can't, there's nothing you can do with that.
what advice for us, what we can and cannot say, cause we got a lot of people asking us what's going on.
That would be a slander libel kind of civil thing. We have filed charges,
Well, we just
but
keep saying.
we have not filed charges. Once the county attorney charges them, that becomes public record, then we can talk a little
Okay,
bit.
So we just said for cause.
So we just
Or
wait
just,
They
yeah,
were
just
for cause.
investigation in progress.
Yeah.
Can we say that?
Sure. Is that not true?
Well, but so it's.
As soon as I got this
they
case, it was an
stole-
investigation in progress, so that's been actually, what, 2
Yeah.
days, 3 days?
And I don't want us to say anything until it's been charged, because investigation in progress
It's
does
vague.
not, it's vague, and
Well, he's gonna know you're gonna
truth
do
is an
something.
absolute defense to slander and libel. Charges that are public documents, public records, absolute truth, absolute defense. Up to that, it's all shades of gray.
Okay.
Yep, I agree.
Okay,
I agree.
very good.
And we lucked out, huh?
Yeah,
Yeah,
how
I
did we get so lucky?
I don't know about that.
We asked for you, did they tell you that?
Oh, so I get to blame you?
Sorry!
You're one of many, trust me.
well-
I got one guy downtown that's built at least 5 different people, and we're talking in the hundreds of $1,000s.
Oh,
No,
no, I
and
don't
you
wanna hear that.
You would think, wouldn't somebody feeling stupid,
Yeah,
okay?
yeah.
You give him $100,000, and he says, okay, well, I can secure it because I own this office building and I own this residence. So you give him the $100,000, he makes a couple payments, next thing you know, he's all defaulted. Well, your protection in default was securing the
His-
properties,
yeah.
who,
He didn't
which he
know.
doesn't own.
Yeah.
And he did that over and over, and people are just,
Well, then we have Bernie Madoff.
Yes.
So, oh, no, that's,
Yeah.
he's the king.
He really knows how to do it,
He's the
yeah.
king, man. You talk about billions of dollars,
Yes.
that's,
Thank you.
oh,
Thank you very much.
Nice to meet you.
Appreciate it.
Nice to meet you.
You bet.
Jennifer, it's always a pleasure.
Always good to see you.
I'd
How's
give you
your
a hug,
wife?
but I don't wanna.
How's your wife?
Oh, she's good.
No, she's still in Prescott Valley?
Yes.
She's still doing that?
She's still doing that?
Some other master's program, is what I read.
She's doing a doctorate now. She's got 2 more years for, you started research on it.
There's a man with master plan.
Is he home anymore? You walk by him anymore?
I think he's downstairs in, property and evidence. Hey, what's the deal with that, Georgia put out that, reshoot deal for the ARs and shit, but she didn't put it on the trucker list for it.
No, I'm just gonna get some people.
Oh, I don't know, I mean, I don't care, I just was wondering, cause I didn't want it to come out the day before,
No,
I mean, I
I-
check my email or something, you know what I mean?
I know, I just haven't around to it, and I looked at it and said, well, I can do it myself, cause I can shoot anyway. But, if you're available that day,
Yeah.
that'd be great, you can come out.
Cause all we're doing is the rifle, and then is there a bunch of people that have backup and,
There may be, but I'm not really sure how many out, because we're gonna be a bunch.
so mainly it's just AR.
Yeah, and I have to do everything, I can do AR and, not backup, but off duty and regular call, I haven't done any of that.
Slacking.
Little shit going on there.
Well, I'll be back, and it's at 1, right?
Yeah,
Cause I'm doing that detail on I-17, where they're stopping all the, big trucks.
oh, they are?
Yeah.
Really, that's
We're
pretty
going out
cool.
there and running those, so, I might be a little late getting back.
Okay.
I'll be back.
Okay, yeah, if you wanna snack on, it'd be great, I'll have to chew.
Okay. Alright, that'll work.
You deal with the what? Alright, well, tell me the finish again, hey, two things real quick. You with me? Hello? You need to get your mileage on the shoe up here and Nancy's desk, up your car, your truck. And then in addition to that, go see, try to get it done today, but go see, Bruce and give him your Venice card, your credit card, because he's gonna give you a new one. Okay? Yeah, try to get that done today, eh? Alright, baby, appreciate it. What's that?